A sketchbook is insightful. I'm obsessed with them, really. I've got Samuel Palmer sketchbooks, Turner's sketchbooks. I must have 10 of Turner's different sketchbooks. I certainly got 2 or 3 of Percy Kelly's. Why do you want them? Well, because they tell you about the artist. They show you the workings of their mind. And that's what my work does. You can make of it what you will, but that's what it shows you. Much more insightful than a painting. The sketchbook has it all. All the barnacles, bumps, scratches and scrapes, they're all there. I made a lot of sketchbooks myself because I wanted to connect with it closely. So making my own instead of buying these pristine white sketchbooks was a good thing. Making them meant I could put all sorts of different coloured papers in, things like that. There would be nowhere where I didn't take a sketchbook. When I went on holiday, yeah. And I very rarely went out with one sketchbook. I would go out 3 or 4 because I often worked wet, and while one drawing was drying, I'd pick up another sketchbook. So, you know, I don't have sketchbooks which are sort of, you know, he did that drawing, then did this, and then this, and then this. It's that sketchbook for the first drawing, that one for the second, that one for the third, back to the first one for the fourth. So that a lot of the time it's a case of putting a group of sketchbooks together, and they didn't all get filled at the same time. But the main thing was the material that I was gathering. I wasn't making a record for historical purposes. I was making for functional purposes, for using and recording and memorizing. It was an aid to memory. When you get to about 82, there's no question about it. And if you've got a good memory, as I appear to have, you've got it like a library to refer to. These colours, shapes come against each other and they make you think of something that you saw 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, God knows, or maybe 10 minutes ago. And it just gets involved in your thinking and the way you're working. And you get excited by its possibilities. And as you do that, it's ringing bells all the time. And the thing gets activated and exciting. The thing is, I should have been looking at them more often. What I'm discovering or rediscovering by going through them is what joy I must have had doing the drawing that I did, seeing sometimes the delicacies that are necessary sometimes to create space with line alone, and how powerful line can be without any use of colour. And sometimes when you do use colour, how lovely if you can just keep it very simple, making it correspond with the things and the forms, the shapes, the colours, mostly colours that you see in the landscape. Castle Rig just outside Keswick, high up. It's standing stones and the landscape around. And it was done very early in the morning and the mist was still there. So quite alive they are, really. Just buzzing with atmosphere and life. Oh yeah. Because I spent so much time working out here, to go back into a woodland area was giving me problems. I have much more ease with this now than I had then. But the very tentative nature of my statements is quite thrilling. I'm looking at them and I'm quite amazed at how I just wanted atmosphere, how to paint atmosphere again, you know. thrilling challenge. It's quite breathtaking. See, there I'm in the landscape, my landscape, and I know what I'm doing there. I know how much I want and how little I want at times, you know. Like with that, you know. They're so much more direct. Sometimes the sketchbooks don't get through to the back because they're starting to fall apart, and I didn't want to, and that's what's wrong with this absolutely beautiful little book. It's only half full because I was desperate in case it fell apart. You know, you get things like that. This is sort of fairy tale stuff, you know, really. Moody, atmospheric. Even in the Malvern ones, they're just very broad, simple areas of colour. And sometimes just so what you might think are almost non-existent studies, but to me, I'm quite thrilled by that, you know, because it's captured what I felt at that time. There would be so much missed, and I just wanted to hint. I used to call them hints, hopes and promises, and that was all they were really, a promise of something. And nothing here has been done in the last 15 years, I don't think. There might be one or two things that have crept into this century. A lot of them are upstairs we haven't touched, and we leave them till the very end.